on how to enter the laser guard properly. Okay, now it's not so easy to just switch from a collar sleeve like so and then go to a laser guard. If I were to switch and let go of this posture control, his collar grip, and I switch like so, he's going to always posture up. I'm not going to be able to ever get to this laser guard position. And getting to the position is one of the hardest things to do. Okay, so first things first, I'm going to throw in my shallow lasso like so. Okay, and now that I have the shallow lasso in the collar, now it's safe for me to switch to a 2-on-1 sleeve grip position. So if you come right here, you can see exactly what I'm going to do. I'm going to let go of the collar and switch to this 2-on-1. And oftentimes we'll have either a collar or a belt. In this situation, he's going to have a belt, all right? And we have this 2-on-1 just like so. We're going to have to break this grip because in the laser guard position, the last thing we want him to do is to have a grip on our upper body, okay? So again, we have both controls. We extend away. And then we're going to turn our wrist just like so as we reach inside of our leg into this laser lasso position. Okay, so we're reaching inside, grabbing a nice strong grip on this tricep here. And this is going to be our new posture control as we let go or as we take off this shallow lasso control here. So again, we're reaching through, grabbing the tricep, and right after we grab the tricep, it's okay to let go of this shallow lasso control and put this foot on the hip. And right away, once we put the foot on the hip, we really want to turn our hips. Now that we have complete control over his right side, really focus in, if you would come around here, and focus in on the foot that I have on his hip. This foot is very, very important in this situation. And now once we have this strong push here, it's time to use our right leg to start going for a triangle attack. Okay? Now, just so you know, this leg should always be moving and should always not allow our opponent to control the leg. If my opponent pummels, and does his wax on, wax off principle, we need to always re-pummel. So once again, he pummels, I re-pummel right away, either back to the bicep or to the shoulder. I preferably like to choose the shoulder because it's a stronger control, okay? So the next step here, if you come around on this side, is we're gonna start off balancing our opponent to make the triangle a little bit easier, okay? So this foot here that was on the shoulder is gonna come down to his leg with a very quick, sharp kick right above his knee here. Okay, so again, we're always constantly pulling. We do a sharp kick. He's gonna post his hand on the mat. Once he posts his hand on the mat, that's a trigger in my mind to let go and pull back my leg, just like so, as I wrap around his head, closing in the triangle. And because you already have this strong 2-in-1 control, you should always start pulling the arm across and then lock up the triangle. Okay, and of course, you could finish by pulling the head. And a little quick tip on the triangle as well, I like to turn his head to always force his neck to my thigh here. And that makes this triangle extremely strong. Okay, so one more time, everything here. So again, we're starting in the collar sleeve position. We switch to the shallow lasso, switching down to the double 2-on-1. We extend away, we turn our grip as we reach through to the laser lasso here. This is again a very strong position as well. We take off the foot, put it on the hip, extend, and twist to the side. Now, this foot here, make sure it's constantly moving, constantly pummeling, re-pummeling with his wax on and wax off. And we're gonna switch from the shoulder to the knee here. We switch, he posts his hand on the mat, that's a trigger in my mind, as I pull my leg back and wrap around his head. Constantly pulling everything across as I can grab my ankle now, or excuse me, my shin, and lock the triangle. And again, the little quick tip on the triangle is turning his head, forcing his neck into my thigh, making it extra tight. So one time without any talking here.